Welcome to Cheers to Progress podcast, where we discuss strategies and share empowering messages to help you improve every area of your life and move you closer towards your goals. I'm your host Zuzka, and this is episode 4, and it's also the second part of the series on how to support your metabolism and weight loss. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit of science, but most importantly, practical tips on how to improve your metabolism via supporting your thyroid. This episode is sponsored by ZGYM. If you're someone who has a very busy life, doesn't have time to go to the gym, and yet wants to get into really good shape in the comfort of your own home, then you need to check out ZGYM. ZGYM is an online fitness club with over 1,500 follow-along video workouts from beginners all the way to advanced, more than 50 different workout series to choose from, at least 10 guided workout programs, mobility sessions, and more. The workouts in the ZGYM are short but incredibly effective for burning fat and creating a strong athletic body. ZGYM can really deliver amazing results, but obviously it's all about staying consistent. So if you decide to show up for yourself and dedicate those 15 to 30 minutes a day to ZGYM exercise, then I'm telling you that you will see a great progress in just a few months. So sign up for ZGYM at zuzkalight.com. That's ZUZKALIGHT.com. So let's talk about your thyroid. The reason why thyroid is so important for metabolism is because it increases glucose uptake by various tissues, especially muscle and bone. In the last episode, we talked about the importance of building lean muscles if you want to maintain a healthy weight, because muscles are the disposal site for glucose in your body. And we already know that any glucose that can't be used for energy is then stored as fat. This is why it's important to build lean muscles with high intensity workouts, because that will help you with your blood sugar levels. Healthy thyroid function can also increase bone mineral density, which is important especially if you're 30 and older. And the reason why you can recover quickly from injuries if you have a healthy thyroid is because it allows you to consume energy, and the energy is then used towards bone, muscle, and cartilage repair. And remember that muscles are also the armor of your body, and healthy thyroid can make that armor even better and stronger. So having a healthy thyroid is very important, not only for your metabolism, weight loss, and musculoskeletal system, but also brain health and cognitive function. Last time we talked about how your brain takes up 75% of your metabolic needs. So the thyroid makes two hormones, T3 and T4. The T4 doesn't really do much, so we're really going to be talking about the T3. So the main role of this hormone is to promote metabolism, which means utilizing and converting energy, including building tissues. The thyroid affects bone, muscles, liver, and cartilage, and all sorts of tissues. It also liberates fat from fat cells, breaks down these fats into fatty acids, and converts them into ATP, which is an energy molecule that gives cells their energy. Thyroid is also involved in taking sugars and turning them into energy. This is why higher thyroid function is linked to leaner physiques, while having low levels of thyroid hormones can slow down your metabolism and change the way the body processes fat and glucose, which typically leads to weight gain. There are things that you can do in terms of your diet or supplements that can support your thyroid health. And there are 3 components that together can really support your thyroid function. And I'm talking about the combination of iodine, L-Tyrosine, and selenium. The thyroid needs iodine to produce the thyroid hormone, and iodine can be most commonly found in sea salt or iodized sea salt, seaweed, kelp, and seafood. Interestingly enough, you can even get sufficient levels of iodine if you spend time by the ocean, because you can get enough just from breathing the ocean air. And apparently most people get enough iodine from the food that they eat and the table salt they consume. So iodine deficiency is quite rare, at least in the United States and most Western countries. The symptoms of iodine deficiency can include swelling of the thyroid glands in the neck, or a visible lump on your neck, also known as goiter, weight gain, fatigue, weakness, feeling colder than usual, thinning hair, dry skin, and learning and memory difficulties, because as I mentioned before, your thyroid health is closely linked to your brain health as well. Now, it's very important to know that getting too much iodine can actually be harmful and cause some of the same symptoms as iodine deficiency, such as goiter. So high doses of iodine can also cause inflammation and all hosts of other issues. So before you decide to supplement with iodine, it's important to get tested and talk to your doctor, because you don't want to go overboard with iodine levels, and iodine supplements can also interact or interfere with some medications. So I would not recommend to take supplements without proper medical assessment. Iodine combines with the amino acid L-Tyrosine in the thyroid to produce thyroid hormone. L-Tyrosine is one of the 3 important components that I mentioned earlier, and in a diet it's most commonly found in meat, eggs, dairy, and nuts, and some plant-based sources as well. The body makes L-tyrosine on its own, so you don't necessarily need to get it through diet. However, eating protein-rich foods or taking a supplement can increase your L-tyrosine. Now the question is there any benefit in increasing the intake of L-tyrosine? Well, it helps with the production of important hormones and brain chemicals known as neurotransmitters, which helps nerve cells to communicate. Tyrosine is said to improve mood and cognitive abilities. It may also help suppress appetite and reduce body fat. And since L-tyrosine is a precursor to substances such as epinephrine, norepinephrine, and dopamine, L-tyrosine may be a good supplement choice for those trying to lose weight, because theoretically, consuming extra can help improve your energy, mood, mental performance, and also metabolism. Supplementing with tyrosine has been proven to be safe, although people with thyroid conditions such as overactive thyroid should be cautious about taking tyrosine, as it might increase thyroxine levels too much. And it can also interfere with thyroid medication. So if you have thyroid condition or even a suspicion, then make sure to always consult with your doctor before you start taking any kind of supplements. Now, how much L-tyrosine should you take for weight loss? In line with current research, it is advised to take a standard dose of 100 to 150 milligrams per 1 kilo of body weight to achieve weight loss. This would be roughly 7 to 10 grams for a person weighing 150 pounds, which is about 5 times more than what I personally take. I do supplement with tyrosine, but I only take 1 gram for my 127 pounds of body weight. So that may not be enough for weight loss benefits, but it's definitely enough to boost my mood and energy. So when is the best time to take L-tyrosine supplement? For best results, you should take it in the morning on an empty stomach in order to avoid interference from other amino acids in food. There are some studies that suggest that when taken in combination with other fat-burning substances such as caffeine, L-tyrosine is even more effective for achieving weight loss. And because it can be quite stimulating, especially when used in larger amounts, it shouldn't be taken at the evening so that you have a good night's sleep. So basically, for best results, you want to take it in the morning with or without your coffee or tea on an empty stomach. The effects can be felt within 30 to 60 minutes for mood and energy, depending on the dose that you take. I take L-tyrosine in the morning with my yerba mate, which does have caffeine in it. And like I said, I only take 1 gram, which should not it's probably not enough to produce or promote weight loss, but it gives me a lot of energy. The other interesting thing about L-tyrosine is that it may also help with the release of human growth hormone, which is another very important hormone that stimulates your metabolism. And that's what I'm going to talk about in the next episode. Now I just want to quickly cover the third important component that will support your thyroid function, which is selenium. It's possible that most people are not getting enough selenium, and how much selenium you need will depend really where you live. So it varies country by country, but if you want to increase your thyroid function, then you probably want to increase your selenium intake. Although, as always, you don't want to overdo it, because taking too much selenium leads to selenium toxicity, which can be quite deadly. So it's best to get tested and talk to your doctor before you start taking any supplements. Now, if you just want to make sure you're getting enough selenium from natural sources and natural food, then you may want to consider eating Brazil nuts. They're really nutritious, and you only need a few, because only 6 to 8 of them will give you over 500 micrograms of selenium, which is more than enough. And there are other foods like pork, beef, eggs, cottage cheese, or fish that contain selenium, but the Brazil nuts contain far more of it in very less amount of calories and much smaller portion size. So I love Brazil nuts, and I do have a few of them each day as a snack. They're also very filling, so I have a few Brazil nuts each day, and that should give you more than enough selenium to support your thyroid function. So to sum it up, if you want to support your thyroid hormone and improve your metabolism so you can not only maintain a healthy weight or even lose weight, but also improve your energy levels, brain health, and cognitive function, then make sure that you're getting enough iodine, L-tyrosine, and selenium. But be careful and always talk to your doctor before you take any supplements, because you don't want to overdo it, especially when it comes to iodine and selenium. So I hope that these tips were helpful. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any future episodes with more tips and advice from me and my guest experts. And cheers to progress!